Well, hi and happy new year. I'm Sarah Papp and I wanted to come to you today with this little video to talk to you about your future self. So we are at the beginning of a new year, beginning of a new decade. Seems like a really great time to talk about our future self, since so many of us are thinking about what we want to create this year. Perhaps it's goals or things that we want to do differently. And if you think about it, whatever you're wanting to create, wherever you're wanting to go, you're really wanting to create your future self. So why not start there? So why it's really helpful to connect with your future self is that you're really tapping into your deepest inner wisdom. So often we think that we are going to gain this from more life experience or something that happens that we learn from, which sure we can, but we underestimate what our inner guidance already knows, what our deepest wisdom already knows within. When we tap into our future self, we have access to that. It's like we have access to so much more intuition, so much more wisdom and insights and advice and just really cool information that's coming from our future self. I've shared this with many of my clients and it has really been one of the most powerful tools that I've shared with them and a game changer for so many. I have several that are coming to mind where they have literally changed their life by connecting with their future self and asking for guidance from their future self and then trusting that guidance and going with it. And then being able to make changes in their life from connecting with their future self. So how do we do it? How do we connect with our future self? What I recommend is really doing a visualization where you are connecting to that future you. Now this could be future you at the end of 2020 or future you at the beginning of 2021. We could just be looking at future you a year out. Where do you want to be? What do you want to be talking about a year from now? What do you want to say that you accomplished a year from now? You can absolutely do that. Something else that I think is really powerful is connecting to the future you that might be 20 years older from where you are right now, or even beyond that, where it's tapping into a part of you that has gone through a lot more life, that has seen you through any challenges that you are experiencing right now, is at this place of being on the other side of it all and can give you that wisdom, really tell you that it's going to be okay, that everything's going to be okay, and give you advice and also just some guidance of where to go. So as I was saying, you start with a visualization. What I really like to do is to sit in a quiet space and have you close your eyes. And then imagine that you are in a room. This could be a room in your current home. You could also imagine a room in a home that you would really like to live in. So just even imagining your future home. Then imagine your future self walking into the room. Again, this could be you a year from now, or it could be you 20 years from now. No matter where you are imagining your future self, what I invite you to do is to always imagine yourself as you really want to be. So if you are imagining yourself 20 years from now and you want to be someone who is really lighthearted and compassionate and wise and loving and chill in life, then notice that or see even how you might present yourself as your future self. Perhaps you'd be surprised as to how your future self walks into the room, how she looks, things like that. But I try to do some cues of look within your future self's eyes and see love and compassion and wisdom there. And then anything else. Maybe for you, it's like serious humor with your future self and tossing out jokes with your future self. So that's up to you and really what comes to you within this visualization. When you sit with your future self, ask advice. Say, this is what I want to do. How would you advise that I do it? Or ask, how did I get beyond these barriers? What got in my way and how did I move beyond it? These questions for your future self can give incredible insight where you can tap into the wisdom within you that points out, that knows what might be getting in your way, and then how you move around it, how you specifically moved beyond that. Don't be afraid to ask your future self, how? How did I do it? What do you suggest? Anything along those lines. Even asking, is this the right path? Should I be doing something else? What are the goals that I may not be thinking of? All of this can be really helpful in your communication with your future self. When you come out of the visualization, or before you do, I do always recommend saying goodbye and thanking your future self and knowing that you're going to be having more and more of those conversations with your future self. Then as you come out of the visualization, be sure to write down anything that came up, any messages that you received, because it's quite possible that you will quickly forget it and it'll be this really good juicy stuff that you'll want to remember and think you'll never forget, and then you will like 5 minutes later, and that's totally normal. So just keep a journal next to you to write down all of that good stuff. So I'll be talking about future self more in videos, also in my newsletter, because I really love this subject of talking about the future self, and it's been so cool to use this tool with my clients. So if you don't already receive my newsletter, I would suggest signing up for that, because I'm going to be sending out some more information about the future self this Sunday. I send out my Sunday Ease letter every week. So in the comments, I added a link where you can actually join a free workshop that I've got going on right now. It's a video series, 3-part video series where I walk you through my formula for ease. And with that, when you sign up for that, you'll just automatically be added to my newsletter list. If you're not really interested in getting my newsletter, no big deal. But you can absolutely get access to that free workshop that I have in the comment section. Speaking of, actually not comment section, in the description, but I did want to mention the comment section. Feel free to ask any questions in the comment section. I'll be checking up on those. We can keep the conversation going and just continue to play and talk about future self and what you're creating with your future self. So I look forward to continuing this conversation with you and hearing how all of this is going with you. And thanks so much for hanging out with me, and I'm looking forward to hanging out with you again next week. Okay, thanks everyone. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.